The Grooves playlist. I threw a couple Memphis folks on there for you, Soul Gravy.
All right, all right,
Yeah.
all right. Speaking of Memphis, folks, here we go.
Here's the big clue.
It was Texas, it was Tennessee. It was what I had committed.
Howdy, folks. Welcome in. You have arrived at the Texas to Tennessee podcast. My name's Steve.
Howdy,
This
Steve.
guy up here is Soul Gravy. I never
Howdy.
get that right because it's backwards.
Yeah, it's all right.
And tonight we're very excited to have our friend Dustin on from Lowland Revelry. Welcome in, sir.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Yes, sir.
We are going to start you off, put you on the hot seat. If you could just tell us a little bit about your backstory so folks can get a little bit more familiar with you.
Yeah, so I've been doing this for personally myself for about 5 years now, and we originally was the Dustin Tolliver band for the first 3 years of it, and well, 4 years of it actually. We changed the band name about a year ago, September of last year actually, to Lowland Revelry, just because before it was, it was me doing all the work. It was pretty much me with a group of hired guns, and I formed a band finally that everybody was in fully, and everybody had the same dreams as I have, same drive, and once I had that band, I was just like, man, let's make a band out of this, man. Let's not make it all about me anymore. Y'all got to do some leg work too.
Absolutely.
So now we've been just all of us grinding all together, man.
Fantastic. And is everybody kind of from the general area close to where you are, or?
Kind of, yeah. So I'm from Bastrop. My guitar player and my drummer live in New Braunfels,
Okay.
and
Yeah, not far.
my bass player lives in Austin. So
Okay.
we practice
Good.
down in Martindale.
All right. Nice. Well, since you so kindly told us where you're from, we are going to quiz Soul Gravy on famous folks from Bastrop. So, Soul Gravy, hopefully you practice up a little bit. You did pretty good last night with the audio clues.
I can't practice if I don't know where, if I don't look up where they're from. See,
That's a good point.
yeah.
So, just a little quick part about Bastrop is about 10,000 folks according to the 2020 census, and maybe it's bigger than that. I don't know. Dustin, you can give us a general idea. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, probably
About 10,000.
Yeah,
Okay. And probably is that 30 miles from Austin?
yeah. It's about
Somewhere
30
around
miles. Yeah, it takes, well, depending on what part of Austin, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Austin is its own thing, right?
Yeah, Bastrop slowly becoming part of it.
And then how far would you be from Lockhart?
Lockhart, it's about an hour from me.
Okay. All right. Well, Soul Gravy, at some point we got to get you to Lockhart. I mean, there's great barbecue everywhere, but Lockhart's special. It's got its
Okay.
own kind of, for the size of town that it is, I don't know, like 4 or 5 great places there. So,
Yeah,
Well,
for
my
sure.
town is really small too, but all we have is Mexican joints.
all right. Well, we
I
like
mean, it's
Mexican food.
necessary. Don't get me wrong, but I would like
absolutely.
some more barbecue as well. So,
All right. Well, here are the famous folks from Bastrop.
okay.
We're going to start you off with a gentleman by the name of Trent Brown.
I don't
pretty common
think I'm
name.
familiar with Trent Brown. With its, he was
Maybe
Or
something
should I
in the sports ball.
sports. I'm not sure.
I'm going to give you a chance here.
Okay. All right. Well, this is the one I might get, and I'm not getting
Yeah.
it. So let's.
Yeah, we're gonna work on
okay.
this one.
All right.
Trent plays offensive tackle for the New England Patriots. Offensive tackles don't get all the love, but shout out to him.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Damn, that's news to me too.
Yeah, there we go. All right. John Wheeler Bunton.
Drop them out? No. I'm not I don't think I'm familiar with
right, well,
that Wheeler.
You might have learned this in Texas history. So in the public schools here, we have
Okay.
Texas history.
We have
And he was
surprisingly we have Tennessee history here.
right. Yeah, it's weird how that works. Anyway, but it's kind of it's a thing here. A lot of folks come here from like other places, and they're like, "Well, I was taking U.S. history," and we're like, "No, we do Texas history there."
Yeah, I
So,
got you.
Mr. Wheeler, John Wheeler Bunn, was a signer of the Texas Declaration of Independence. Hopefully, this is going to kind of give you a clue of how difficult it's going to be tonight.
Okay. So I mean, I'm resigned that I'm not getting any of these, but we'll roll
be
with
tough.
it anyway. If I can make
Greenleaf,
Wheeler Walker jokes in the middle of it, we're good.
right?
All right.
Greenleaf Fisk. Don't know a lot of people by the name of Greenleaf.
No, I don't. I only know one person with the name Fisk, I believe.
I would recommend if you have a computer near you that you Google this gentleman,
Okay.
just for the picture alone, because it's awesome. He
I
lived
feel
from
like I should.
1807 to 1888.
Green leaf.
Greenleaf, last name is Fisk. He has a great thing going on here.
Okay.
Like, it's a massive beard that looks one piece with his hair. Like, it's really impressive.
Oh,
You'll
Yeah.
know it when you see it.
hang on a second. I gotta show the class. 1 second. I'll have it on the screen.
All right.
I think anyway. You can tell I'm not prepared because these are
This is
I'm not,
unexpected.
exactly.
Let me tell you about Greenleaf. He
Here
was
we go.
a legislator in the Republic of Texas, attorney, historian, and business. There he is. Look at that thing. That's impressive. It could be a future profile pic for one of us.
I got you. Yeah.
All right. Much respect, Greenleaf. Adrian Griner. This is your best chance. I think.
I'm not familiar.
Have you ever seen the TV show Entourage?
No.
Okay, well,
I
it's
would
going
be
to be
lying.
really
I
difficult.
mean, I know
if
what
you
it
haven't
is,
seen
but I've
that.
never watched it.
He's an actor.
Okay. Gotcha.
From Bastrop. Let's see. We have. It's just tough. Hold on. I think I have one more for you.
Okay.
I don't know. Where is he? Gonna find him. Hold on. Sorry. This is professional
We gotta
work
go
right
back
here.
Yeah, we gotta go back to Greenleaf now.
Yeah,
There.
please do. Greenleaf.
I know.
Just slaying out there. Rodney Reed, I'm going to guess you don't know. He's a Texas death row inmate. Oh, here it is. Lovey Yancey. Lovey. The female. Lovey. Last name Yancey.
No, I'm not familiar.
She's founder of the international burger chain Fat Burger.
Okay.
So that's pretty badass. Kind of hungry now. Folks, that's Bastrop, Texas. If I missed anybody, I apologize, but
That's
there
what
we are.
Wiki gave you.
yeah, that's what I got. So I
Okay.
had fun doing some research today. Dustin, this is the first off, thanks for indulging us in that part. But
Usually there's more people that the artist can chime in on, but that one was tough. So
absolutely, this was definitely one of the tougher ones. This is the I don't know, weirdest question of the night, but we'll ask it. It's called the pie question, and it helps me figure out kind of where you sit musically. That's why I ask it. But we divide this musical pie up into 4 pieces. One section is songwriting, one section is recording, another section is performing, and then the 4th piece of pie, these are big pieces of pie, but the 4th piece of pie is everything that doesn't fit into one of those first 3. So a lot of the business, the things that I think a lot of artists sometimes didn't know that they were going to be spending a lot of time doing.
The hardest
Because
part.
you think like, oh, I want to be doing these other 3 things.
Yeah, for sure. The boring part.
Where do you kind of naturally go to? Where do you gravitate, or where do you go? This is what I'm best at.
I'd say our live show is probably the best. Probably, yeah. If you've seen us live, that we put a lot into our live show for sure. we also, I mean, we write a lot of songs too, you
Sure.
know. The business side of it, I try to get better and better at it. It's,
Yeah.
you know,
Word.
it's difficult. I'm still learning every day. I feel like everybody probably is, you
Yeah.
know. Um, yeah, so all you can do is just keep writing, keep playing, and record as much as you can financially, you know.
Right.
It ain't cheap.
No question. Did you know pretty early on that the performance side was kind of the thing that was the thing for you?
Uh, Not so when this band first started and we became Lowland Revelry, yeah, at that point. Um, and then we did this battle of the bands in the Fort Worth Stockyards at the Rhinestone, and that kind of disciplined us a lot. That battle did. We
Sure.
put we were practicing like 5 days a week on for that whole entire battle. It was three different rounds, and we had a different set every single round. Transitions, no dead time, none of it. You know, and
Right.
we try our hardest to write a show. You know, instead of being a jukebox. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. One, I don't know, I maybe didn't share this with you, but I was lucky enough to be not at all of them, but at some of them. And I've always had kind of I don't know if it's a different opinion, but I've never looked at music as necessarily being competitive, even though I understand that it can be and it is.
Right.
But it's a unique setup, and shout out to the Rhinestone for bringing everything together. They had some great prizes for the winners. But can you talk a little bit more about kind of that whole setup and how you navigated working your way through and eventually, winning the contest?
Um, Honestly, we were pretty mind blown when it happened. We ultimately got into that battle genuinely to just get into the stockyards. We wanted to play the Rhinestone. I've been wanting to play there for a lot of years now, and never could get in. And I could submit to become into at one of the bands in this battle of the bands, and I submitted and I got in. So we were like, cool, let's put our all into this, you know, because we're driving from Bastrop. It's 3 hours
Right.
up there for no
It's a
pay, you
hike.
know,
Right.
3 times at that, and to
Sure.
possibly not even win, you know. So it's like it's a gamble for sure. But we just put everything, you know, 5 days a week into practice on it. We'd write out a 45-minute set and play it over and over and over and over and over. Transitions and everything. Our drummer is really good about writing transitions out, and we kind of all just put it together in our head. We got through the first round and went into the second round with a whole new set list, like a complete different set list. And I think that threw the judges for a loop a little bit. They were like, "Damn,"
Sure.
you know, because not every band did that. You know, they would just
Right.
run the same set. Um, yeah, and then we made it to the finale, and it was every band we seen there was insanely good too.
Yeah,
They were
there's
they
super
were really
talented
good.
bands. Yeah.
Um, yeah, we won it, and it was cool, man. It was really cool. It kind of
Absolutely.
it put us on the map. It really did. We started working with a booking agent after that. Our monthly listeners have skyrocketed since we started that battle too. We were at like 100 monthly listeners, I think, at that time. Now we're
Okay.
pushing 5,000 now.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Well, we'll do our best not to drag that back down. Sometimes that happens, but I apologize if that's the case. But we'll do our best to hopefully make that not happen. But yeah, well, congrats. Just curious, were there any situations where any of the judging gave you feedback, whether it was good, bad, or indifferent?
For sure. Yeah.
Anything that was actually valuable?
Yes. So the first round they didn't give feedback. There was no that was the no feedback round, you know.
Right.
They were trying to knock out all the weaker bands first, I guess. And then the second round they started giving us feedback after our show. And one of them told us play less, like because we had two guitar players and they're both like shredders. They both are like
Yeah.
insanely good,
Right.
and so they both would rip, you know. And we wrote our set for them to do harmonies together, and like you would just have to see it. It's
Yep.
twin guitars. It's insane. Well, it was insane. And Yeah, so he told us to play less pretty much. You don't need all that soloing. You know, you can't really hear what's going on when it's all
Gets a
that
little
going
muddy.
on. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So he was like, if you could come into this finale and work that out and actually get them guitar players on cue with each other beautifully, then, you know, y'all will do really good. And so we took that and we did that, you know, and it worked.
Well, shout out to you guys because, and you know, like we said, the Rhinestone's a great venue, but there are certain places you might be able to get away with really letting the guys rip.
For sure.
But in a venue like that, it can get the frequencies end up competing, and we end up in that space. So that's cool that you guys were open to taking the feedback, and obviously you did something with it. So
Yeah, shout out to the lead guitar players that listened, and
For sure, man.
right.
For
they're like,
sure.
"What?
Well, and that's the
Play
thing
less,
too.
turn down? Screw
It's
that
hard to
guy."
find a guitar player that's willing to take that criticism, you know. A lot
Yeah.
of them are very like, don't tell me what to do, man. I'm the guitar player here, you know, and
Right.
that's when we formed this band up, that's when I realized that it was legit because nobody had pride in the way. Nobody. Everybody was willing to take criticism. And when we formed the band at first, obviously I formed the band, so it was like I was kind of like running the train at first.
Right.
So like I was like telling them, don't play it this way, play it this way, or blah blah blah, you know, and they had no problem listening to that. And it's like before it was you couldn't do that with any
It's
other
different.
guitar
Right.
player I've ever had until them. So I was like, yeah, dude, this is we got something special here, man.
How did you realize when to kind of let them start, driving too? I'm sure
Um,
that was kind of a shock because you go from having to do everything
yeah,
to
to not doing much more. Well, still doing a lot, but not
right,
doing near as much, I guess you
right.
could say.
Letting them be creative as well. That's the whole point, right?
Yeah. So the thing is now I'm the oldest one in the band. Uh, so two of my guitar player, my guitar player and my bass player, they're a lot younger than me, so they're better with the social media than me and than I have ever been. So I pretty much let them take that over completely. I'll make a post here and there, but they
Right.
pretty much choreograph what's going to be posted, you know, and they create all the content, blah blah blah, you know. Yeah, and then I mean, I was the one having to book everything too until that Battle of the Bands, and we started working with H Squared. Um, so now I don't even have to do the booking anymore. That's insane.
Creatively, like I said, how did you kind of realize I can let them start, adding stuff now? I'm enlightening that load and letting them be creative and add their points and all of that. I'm
Um,
sure it was refreshing too.
yeah, for sure. That kind of came with the new songs. So everything that was
Okay,
previously wrote, we pretty much still play the way that I had it before.
makes sense.
Just a little heavier because we were a lot more country before. Now we're not pretty much not country at all. Um, yeah, so once we started writing new songs together, you know, I wanted them to put their flavor in it, you know. And we
Could you
started
tell?
like, huh?
I was going to say, can you tell a difference in their, I guess, being connected to the songs that they added their parts to instead of just playing what someone else come up with?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's definitely a
100%.
different level of engagement.
For sure. Yeah.
Everybody wants to be, like part of the thing, right?
Yeah, everyone wants
It
to
doesn't matter
write,
what
you know?
industry. Like if you get your idea forward, you're going to be more bought into the
well,
whole
especially
thing.
if you're trying to be creative and you're an
Yeah.
artist, no matter what instrument you play, the artist doesn't always sing. There's a lot that goes into that. So
100%.
mhm.
And then to recognize Houston as well. I think Houston's going to be there next Wednesday, so you get to meet him. Houston works with a bunch of folks that we've had on
Did he's
just a
with
bunch of them.
with the booking?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. He does a great job. So
I'm coming into the Stocktober and I don't know anybody, like actually meeting them in
doesn't matter.
person
Yeah.
besides Bill Taylor like 15 years ago that we probably don't remember. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't met anyone in person. Everyone's been through a screen, so looking forward to that. So
That'll be cool.
mhm.
We still got a little time. All right. Well, I want to talk a little bit about kind of the streaming strategy, because you talked a little bit about how you all have had some pretty significant growth, and there's probably different things that you can look to that have maybe given you a bounce or whatnot. Um, Kind of starting over too, because Dustin Tolliver band, and then all of a sudden now you have this other thing, and you kind of feel like you probably have to start over at zero, right? Or you did
We did.
at one point, which can be super
Did,
frustrating.
did you
Um,
rebrand that? The Dustin Tolliver music, did you use it and put a different your current name on it, or did you just, is it still out there somewhere?
No, we actually pulled it all and re-recording
Started.
everything. Yeah.
okay,
Okay. All right. So
yeah,
go ahead. Sorry.
that's tough. No, so I guess everybody, if you look online, and everybody's got advice on what you should do, and you talk to different artists or you talk to people in the business, and they're like, well, here's what you got to do with releases, and this is, so I'm just curious what your perspective is on that, because it's probably not a secret that the more folks, the more monthly listeners you have, the easier it is to book some of those venues, and it's all connected, right?
For sure. Yeah.
So I'm just curious more about your perspective on that, and kind of, uh, I don't know if you set goals for it, or if it's something that you don't spend a whole lot of time looking at, or, just curious.
So our monthly listeners, that's one of my biggest goals there. I focus on it every day. I'm looking at my Spotify artist page every single day. I'm locked in on it.
Great.
It's still something I'm trying to figure out too, like I'm I've been researching for years on this, and it's hard. It's really hard.
It is.
Um, I'm starting to learn that the more music you drop, like the more often, the better chances you'll have for monthly listeners. So if you're dropping a song, every 6 weeks, you're not giving the monthly listeners time to drop, you know? So
Right.
it's before I would go 6 months without dropping a song, and I would go all the way back down to 100 monthly listeners, and it's now,
Which is wild.
yeah, it's crazy. And then now we drop a song, and then we after that battle of the bands, we dropped a song, and then I think we went up to like 1,500 monthly listeners, and we were like,
Okay.
wow, this is crazy. And then it kind of rode that for a minute, and then went back down to about 1,000. We dropped another single, and then it went up to about 2,500. Then it creeped on back down a little bit, and then we just dropped
Right.
this EP last week, and that EP is doing really well.
Yeah.
Bullet, actually, the song y'all are gonna play is this song. It got over 2,000 streams in the first 4 days, so that was the fastest one for sure. So once we drop that, our monthly listeners are now pushing 5,000 now, and we got
That's
another single
fantastic.
dropping in 1 month. The 7th of November, we're dropping another single. So
Okay. Great. Well, we will. We do have. We try to get in the way on a couple of things, but we do have a Friday playlist that we put out. A couple of them, and those are designed for the folks that have been on the podcast, and then we can kind of help continue to push that a little bit. So we'll make sure and get those on when they drop. But yeah, the streaming thing is a tricky deal, and it seems like I don't know, we all end up on different sides of TikTok, but I'm sure we all end up seeing some of the same things as well from an artist perspective. Man, there's a lot of people with advice, and some of those people don't always have. I mean, if you really look at their info, sometimes they don't have a ton of like street cred to begin with. And
yeah,
so
Yeah.
it can get I could totally see how it could be really confusing to be like, okay, well, that guy sounded good, but he's got 8 followers.
yeah, yeah. It's
Um.
it's hard, man. It's hard. My dad
When
has always told me, actually, since the day I started chasing this, is I'm chasing the hardest dream there is to chase out there. You know, I don't know if
There's no
that's
more
true,
fun
but
dream though.
that's what my dad told me. It's
Yeah,
fun, but it is when you're trying to actually make it a living, it's
it's a
hard.
tricky deal. Yep, for sure.
Sure.
um without getting too much in the weeds, I mean, can just a lot of people that would listen to this, they might not understand why those streams and that monthly listeners, why that matters so much to you and to other artists in general, especially independent guys. I mean, can you talk about like, I mean, what is the difference between for you and and the band from 100 monthly listeners to 4,000 monthly listeners to the average Joe Blow, for them to understand why they need to hit that follow button and all those things?
Because it helps tremendously. Your monthly listeners is, I feel like that's, in my opinion, that's a big part of why you get booked at good places. You know, a lot of people will look, and if you have 100 monthly listeners, they're going to be like, okay, yeah, no, um, for instance, like, um, Green Hall, for instance, I was trying to get in there for so long, like 5, 6 years. I was reaching out to them every day, like every weekly. I was reaching out to them. Never heard nothing until, I had a decent amount of monthly listeners. And yeah,
It's
so
a
the monthly listeners, it's really just a flex, for venues to see and bigger artists to see, to possibly give you an opening slot.
Huh. Yeah. Yeah,
and
I didn't think about that side of it, but yeah.
yeah, and it also, I mean, just to tack on, I think the jump from whatever lower level number you're talking about to that, 5,000, 10,000, that's the hardest jump.
For sure.
Um, Getting from 10 to 50 is actually a little bit easier than it is from getting from 0 to 10. And that doesn't make sense, but just the way that it is.
For sure.
So once you get a little bit of that momentum, you got to lean. I mean, I think you got to lean into it even
Mm.
harder. Whatever is working, you don't stop doing that.
It's all an algorithm, man. you
Yeah,
gotta you gotta
human
break the
nature
algorithm.
is, for whatever reason, we'll do something that works, and then we're like, well, that worked. Let's try something else. I'm like, no, keep doing what worked. Just lean in harder to it.
For
So
sure.
yeah,
Uh,
interesting. Well, I think
all right.
we're about
Yeah.
ready for Bullet. If Dustin, if you wouldn't mind, so a couple things. We'll have you intro it, and then if you could, after you intro it, hit the little microphone button, and that way you and I can do that, and then Soul Gravy will get the best cut of it, so we can give it a good listen.
Okay.
So tell us about Bullet.
Okay. Yeah, Bullet, we wrote it actually on the road. We were I don't even remember where we were going. We were driving around, I think on the way home from Colorado one weekend, I believe, and we were having a good time in the van. That's pretty much what it's about. There's some stuff in there that, we just wrote because it rolled off the tongue a little better. And there's some things that are true.
All right, here we go. I gotta put up green leaf one more time. There we go. All right, here we go. Here's Bullet.
Drinking and I'm smoking, not giving a damn. These people gonna take me the way that I am. Showing my ass on 71 and I don't
Shout out to the Freebird stabs there. That was cool. That was cool. I feel like I wore the right merchandise tonight. I got the band feel. They're a classic rock sounding Led Zeppelin style band, and I got Brent Cobb. He ain't rocked in a while, so his latest album is rocking. So I feel like I matched the music tonight.
Hell yeah.
Oh, Talbot still. There you go. You're still muted.
Yeah, this happens. Sorry about
Yeah,
that.
it's
Probably just as well because I wouldn't say anything important.
professional.
Yes. I was gonna ask you what I was gonna ask Soul Gravy because I don't like asking the guest who their influences are. I feel like that's kind of a worn out question. But I was
Okay.
gonna ask Soul Gravy what he heard in that song, and obviously the Freebird stabs.
Yeah, if the
Anything
guitar
else?
players could just play more.
Yeah, more.
Um,
You get a third one in.
uh, it made me curious of what the Dustin Tolliver band sounded like compared to where you guys are now. Was there a big shift, or were you still in the same ballpark?
It was a huge shift.
Okay.
We
Were
were,
you more country originally, or
yeah, we were
okay?
straight up country.
I got you.
I have more fun playing rock and roll.
Understand.
It's funner. It's funner when you're on stage. It's just more energy. It's
Oh yeah.
something about it. I don't know. I enjoy live, like watching. Like if I go see a concert, I would rather go see a rock concert. It's just
Yeah. Well, there's
personally,
a
it's more entertaining to me.
100%. There's a little band out of Midland, Odessa area that sounds a little country, but is a whole lot of rock and roll, and they're playing to a ton of people right now.
Treaty Oak.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
one of our as a band, I would say that's like one of our favorite bands. We look up to Treaty Oak
great
for
dudes.
sure.
Absolutely. Um, I do want to ask, in terms of, so the EP is coming out. How many songs?
There's 4 songs on there. It's already out, the whole EP.
Okay. Okay. And then, so is the next project? I know you're going to put out more singles, but is there a full length album in the works, or is that something that you guys will work towards, or?
That'll probably be late next year. Probably we're gonna try to do a couple. Like we're gonna try to drop singles for once a
For a
month,
while.
for a
Yeah.
while until we build a big following. Once we got a big name, then we'll drop an album. Because we don't want to drop everything at once and then
Sure.
it becomes stagnant after a while.
Hmm.
And have you seen any correlation yet with the increase in monthly listeners to butts and seats, or folks at
Um,
the show? Yeah.
Or vice
that
versa.
it depends on where we're at. Like our hometown when we play Bastrop, which happens like 3 times a year, maybe. And now,
Right.
so we pack out our hometown pretty good. We just played Bastrop like 3 weeks ago, and we had like almost 400 people that paid at the door, which is
That's awesome.
really good compared to what I used to bring there at that exact venue when I played there once a month.
Yeah. Can you talk a little bit about? And I don't think we talk about this too often, but burning out your home area, like that's a real thing that can happen. Even if everybody loves you, you can end up playing too much in
Yeah,
your local community, and then all of a sudden those 400 shows start turning into 150.
for sure. Yeah, and that's why before when I was the Dustin Tolliver band, we'd play back nine. We'd play there every month. Literally, we were like a house band. We played there all the time, and we'd never see over 50 people there.
Okay.
Because we're stagnant, I guess you could say, because we were playing there once a month. Everyone's just like, oh, they'll be
They knew
back
they could
next
come.
month.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly. So then we stopped giving it to them. We stopped. I think we went like a year and a half without playing in Bastrop or even near Bastrop. And then we put a show there and it packed out.
Yeah.
Everyone was waiting for us to come back, I guess.
It's that's such a weird phenomenon, but like it
Hmm.
happens with everybody, and artists are always
I took most of the
apprehensive.
summer off, and nobody still came to my show.
Well, that's not true.
This is partially true.
Well, some of those folks had to be there, right?
It's a.
Maybe.
I don't really have anybody that comes that has to be there. To be honest, it's usually volunteers.
Not even at the biker club?
No, no,
No.
no.
I
It's
figured they got to
usually
have pledges or whatever there for sure.
yeah, yeah. It's usually people that actually want to be there, not have to be there.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, yeah.
We
At least
appreciate
there's
you.
somebody, right? Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
So as far as that sound that you guys have created, that's extremely heavy, and we talked to Jared Morris earlier tonight, and basically what I just looking at Jared talking about his music and everything, you could tell I'm enjoy playing and I'm enjoy playing this music. I hope it's received well, but you know, I dig what we're doing, and I'm curious as far as when you're in the studio, how much are you thinking about when we get to play out? We get to play this live, you know, or do you just get that mix back and then be like, yeah, I can't wait to play this live? Like, how do you sort that out?
We actually, before we record a song, we actually play it live for a long time. Bullet, we were playing that live for the last 2 years. So we like to sit on it for a long time before we go record it. So that way, when we go to the studio, we're not wasting time trying to write parts. You know, we have it all down. You know, like They Don't Know You, we just recorded a couple weeks ago. I wrote that song. That's actually that one's a little bit on the countryside. That's like a totally different vibe than our EP we just dropped. It's a lot slower, a lot more pretty. And I wrote that 6 years ago, and
Okay.
I've been playing it live ever since. You know, we got a lot in the bag too that we're about to go record. That's all unreal. You know, we've been playing these live. You
So
know,
you're trying to capture that same feeling from your gigs onto your recordings at that point, right?
exactly, yeah.
That means you can play what they hear on the record or on the record. Geez, you can tell I got gray in my beard. On what they hear on streaming and Spotify or whatever, they know they can hear that when they come to the show.
For sure.
Yeah, that's cool. It doesn't always happen that way, for sure.
I know we're all, well, a lot of us are T-shirt salespeople, but I'm curious what folks say to you at the merch booth. Do you get any comparisons or, yeah, comps or, you know, it's always just interesting to hear what folks have to say. Sometimes it's just their opinion, and sometimes it's, you know,
We've
pretty
been
far out
told
there.
a few different comparisons actually. I mean, we've heard Treaty Oak a lot. Um, that song don't really show that side of it. That's Bullet's one of our heavier songs. So if
Right.
you listen to all of our other stuff, it's not that heavy. That's actually one of our heaviest. Um, we've heard Metallica mixed with Randy Rogers.
Oh, there you go. See that comes.
That was we actually heard that twice, two different people,
Oh,
which
wow.
was
Okay.
weird.
Yeah.
Trying to think. We hear Treaty Oak more than anybody though. And I think that
Yeah.
has to do a lot with our show. We bring a lot of energy to our show. Like we're running around the stage the whole entire set, constantly moving. Like when I walk off stage, I feel like I need a breathalyzer or something.
Hopefully you're not having to dodge full what is it, 16, 18 ounce beer cans at your head.
Yeah, no.
Not at this
We
point.
haven't had to do that yet.
Hopeful that that'll be down the road.
Yeah, we don't throw beer around though either. So
I don't know where these people get all. There must be trust fund babies. I don't know where people are throwing full beer
that's
because,
what I said, man. I
dude,
went and seen Treaty Oak actually a couple weeks ago, front row at Whitewater Amphitheater, and everyone was throwing their beers. I was like $15 a beer. I was like, "Are
no
you
sir.
kidding me?" I was throwing my water bottle.
Right. Yeah, their show is pretty amazing. I assume that would be, and maybe this is an obvious question, but that would be one of those bands that you'd be like, they just have to say the word and you'd show up and open for them. Are there
Oh,
other folks that would be,
100%.
yeah, are there other folks that, sometimes we like to speak these things into existence, and who knows, maybe Sam is bored tonight and he's watching on YouTube. But are there any other bands that you would be kind of have as a target that you'd like to open up for?
For sure. Yeah, I got a few. Geo and the Higher Guns. I love to open for them. I've been listening to them for a long time. Tanner Ushery's another one. Who's another one? There's a
Whiskey
bunch
Myers.
of them. Yeah, Whiskey Myers for sure. That Whiskey Myers was my ultimate favorite band before
Okay.
Trio came along.
Yeah.
Whiskey Myers was my shit for a long
Oh, they're
time.
badass. Yeah.
So yeah, for sure them. That would just be that's a long shot.
Well, I mean, you never
Trio's a
know.
long shot,
If
but
Soul Gravy clips these right, then we'll get like that
We'll
over
get-
to Sam, and
Yeah, we'll get the
you never
intern on
know.
that. Yeah.
for sure.
Next
Yeah,
time, next time Randy Rogers and Metallica go out together, you're a shoe-in for that opener though. So,
yeah, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy.
uh, well, all right.
Ready for a little rapid
Yeah,
fire?
yeah.
All right, let's do it. I don't get to ask this question in the middle of the year, but I get real excited when I get to ask this
Oh, okay.
question at the beginning of the year and kind of towards the end. So, what if we pull up your Spotify Wrapped? Who's on your Spotify Wrapped right now?
Trio Revival for sure.
Okay.
Maybe the Drop Tines, maybe.
Yeah, love the drop
Uh,
times.
Red Clay Strays probably.
All right. Anything outside of the
Red Dirt.
expected genres? Yeah. Anything that you'd be
Um,
like, oh, you have no idea. I'd like to listen to this.
I like Zach Top a lot.
Okay.
I like Zach Top. I like
Sounds
Gavin
good.
Adcock. You know,
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
I came from country though. That's what started me was country. So I'm a
That
big
makes sense.
country fan. I grew up on Waylon Willie, all of them, Merle Haggard,
Have you
Parker
heard the new
McCollum.
Waylon?
Huh?
Have you heard the new old Waylon? The
I
one
have.
that got released a couple weeks ago?
Yeah,
It's awesome. It's so good.
Crazy.
crazy
Yeah.
as hell.
Yeah.
Shout out to Shooter on that. I'm glad it was in
Kept in the
his
family.
hands. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Shooter's
Yeah.
so underrated. All right, this one probably won't apply because you're too young, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Is there an album that you purchased more than once? So maybe you purchased it via like a streaming type situation, or maybe, I don't know, maybe you collect like actual. Some people have albums. It's like kind of in vogue again to have albums. Shout out to our friends at Hand Drawn Pressings. So
Not necessarily. No, not that I can
Okay.
think of off the top of
Yep.
my head.
You're too young, so that worked. Let's see.
Maybe
here.
Eminem.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
Okay.
Dinner with one historical figure. It could be dead or alive. Doesn't have to be a music person, but somebody you'd like to break bread with, and then also want to know what you're going to have to eat.
Oh, that's a tough one there.
Yeah, because you got like 8 billion people to choose from. Probably actually more than that, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe Whiskey Myers, the singer of Whiskey Myers. That'd be pretty cool. Willie,
Cody'd be
actually.
cool.
Willie would be insane.
Absolutely. We do know where. Oh, this is interesting. So, do you remember the episode that we did with all the movies being filmed in Texas? Soul Gravy.
Sorry. What?
It was we made it part of the little section because they didn't have a ton of famous people from that
Yeah, yeah.
town. So we went through the movie list. Well, Bastrop actually has had a bunch of movies filmed there as well.
Okay.
Being close to the Austin scene.
Gotcha.
But yeah, one of the movies was
Hope Floats.
Hope Floats. Yeah, that was the one I was
Okay.
thinking of. So
All right.
yeah.
Cool.
So anyway, just a little tidbit there. It's weird how my brain works. What is a song that you've cut so far that you think is, and it's all relative, but a little bit underloved? like a song that you really believe in, but for whatever reason just hasn't caught everybody's attention yet?
Um, Silhouette probably.
Okay.
Uh, this song we wrote on the road. Uh, it's about my little brother. He died last year on a motorcycle when he was 22 years old, and
Oh, man.
so that song's on all platforms as well. It's more of a country song. It's me with an acoustic. There's no band behind it. It's very raw. Like there's no kind of auto tune, nothing like that. It's just straight up raw.
Sure.
I mean, it's done all right. I guess it's a little over 3,000 monthly listeners, but when we dropped it, I thought it was gonna do something crazy. I really did.
Yeah. Well, sorry to hear about that, but folks, you all have homework now. Go give Silhouette a listen. We like assigning homework. First concert that you attended, and then the first concert that you paid to go see.
First concert I attended and didn't pay was Stony LaRue when I was a child, and I Stony LaRue was my OG favorite. Like he was the original. He was the first artist that I was like wow about for
Yeah.
many years, and I seen him like 3 times for free when I was a kid because of my parents.
Nice.
And then the first one I actually paid to go see was Parker McCollum. I seen him in Concan, Texas, out on the Frio River.
Yeah.
And Pecos opened it, Pecos and the Rooftops. And
Okay.
that's how I heard of them actually. So that was actually the show that influenced me to start chasing this. Like actually, like before I was a cover band for many years, like before the Dustin Tolliver band even. Like I had a band before that called the Texas Treble Hooks, and we were just a local cover band playing nothing but covers. And I went and seen that Parker McCollum show, and I was in the front row. And from there, I told my wife, I was like, "Look, babe, I'm doing this. I want to do this bad, really bad." Like I became completely obsessed with it, man, and it's never went away. Like I'm still obsessed with it. And I went home from there and wrote a bunch of songs and went and recorded them, and here we are a couple years later, man. I'm still doing it, still trying.
What are some covers that you would have been playing back in the day?
Shit, we played Last Dance of Mary Jane, Simple Man.
Oh, okay.
We played a lot of some George Strait covers. We played Can't You See, Marshall Tucker.
Anything kind of oddball? Not really.
Vanilla Ice.
There you go.
All right.
Shout out to Robert
We
Van
actually
Winkle.
still play that.
We've all had to play Can't You See and Last Dance. I was looking for something
randoms.
different. I haven't had to play that one. So, all right.
Well, stick around, folks, because after we finish, we're gonna get a little version of Ice Ice Baby. So,
That's right. That's right. We'll
all right.
stop, collaborate, and listen to that.
Oh, look at you! Look
Ah,
at you! Yeah, 80s baby.
that was
All right,
terrible.
so bucket list venue. Let's do one inside of Texas that maybe you haven't played that you'd like to play. Obviously, you talked about getting to go to Green, but and then one outside of Texas that you'd really like to play.
Yeah, there's a lot of bucket list venues, man. I'm starting to check them off though. Like lately, Green, that was one of the biggest ones.
Yeah,
Obviously, Whitewater Amphitheater would be insane. That'd be crazy. That's like my dream venue. If I played there,
Okay.
then I think I'd done it.
yep, for sure.
Um,
It's one of the coolest.
there's a few others in Texas too. You know, like Twisted J. I haven't got to play yet. Benita Creek Hall, Brewster Street Ice House. Out of state, I want to play the Music Fest in Colorado really bad.
Yeah,
Like
that would be cool.
pretty bad. I want to play there.
Yeah, I mean, such a that whole month with between Music Fest and Mile Zero is just, I think, the coolest. So
And the Hangover Ball.
yeah,
I'd like to go to that.
Yeah, that would be fun.
I would
for sure.
love to go to. Hey, I have a Texas question, a rapid fire, for both of y'all. You know how a lot of times people like to go to different. Say if they're a big baseball fan, they'll try to go to all the different, parks. Is it a thing amongst like Texas music fans to try to go see the venues too?
Before you
Does that
play
make
there type
sense?
thing.
Well, no, just as a
Just as a
fan.
fan.
Yeah, to
Yeah.
go see. I mean, of course they want to go see an artist that they like, but just I'm gonna go to Green Hall and see someone else. But they're trying to go to Green Hall and others. Is that, you know what I mean? Is that something that's kind of collected or chased?
For sure. Yep.
Yeah, I would
Hmm.
say especially amongst the, that tier of Billy Bob's and Whitewater and Green Hall, and I mean, there's a ton for
Right.
sure. But there's a decent amount of folks that like to try to hit all the dance halls now. There's not quite as many of them as there used to be. Um, but yeah, it's a thing.
But the real music junkies,
Oh yeah,
they're going to see the venue just as much or as the artist.
yep,
Huh.
For
for sure.
sure.
That's cool.
Yeah,
We don't
culturally, it's a
really
pretty
have
cool
that. I
thing.
mean, I don't think we do anyway. I think there's, of course, the Ryman and the Caverns in Middle Tennessee, but I don't really know of a whole lot more. In the Shed, but
Shed
not
looks
near
super
as many.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been
Anyway,
there. I've always
sorry,
wanted to go.
I was
It's a good question.
thanks.
We'll add it to the list.
All right.
All right, what's one thing that you can't leave Bucky's without?
Shoot. So I actually live right next to Bucky's, so
Oh, there we go.
it's nothing crazy to me, you know.
Right.
Um,
Just trying to avoid it,
uh,
get around it.
I mean their chicken sandwich is pretty mean.
Yeah, it's pretty
You
solid.
know, they got cheap ice and beer.
Just ironically hard to find. I paid $8 for 2 bags of ice the other day, and I was like, "What?
Yeah, I think
What's
at
going on?"
Bucky's, I think it's like $1.20 for a
Yeah.
huge bag, like a big bag.
Shout out to Bucky's.
Uh,
Bucky's, we're still available for sponsorship.
Busey's.
Um, go ahead.
Busey's.
Oh,
Remember the
yeah,
TikTok
Busey's.
video? The
Yeah,
guy that
yeah,
was
for sure.
Busey's.
All right, you get two final questions. This is a long rapid fire, maybe three. What does an ideal green room look like for you? Because I'm sure you've seen both ends of them.
The blue light, the blue light Lubbock has got a pretty sick green
Redone
room.
it. It's nice.
It's a couch in there and a TV, and the TV having whatever you want to watch on there, Netflix, football.
Right.
So the blue light has it set up real nice where they have like snacks in the refrigerator in there, like stocked up with water, Gatorades. They have a shower. That's pretty
First,
pimp.
first class. Well, that is relatively. Shout out to the blue light, but that's within the last year and a half, I think, because they redid and kind of moved some stuff around, and specifically did that so that they could, have a little bit better setup. So, thanks to them for listening.
So in the chat, Jude pointed out that they have a gig tomorrow. I mean Friday night with Ken and Bryce,
We do.
There we go.
We do.
another guest of the podcast in New Braunfels.
I think
Yeah.
there's a decent chance we might see Kanan on Wednesday, so we'll see how that goes.
Cool.
And then you could add your music to any soundtrack, TV show, movie, whatever. What would be your choice?
Yellowstone.
Okay, yeah, the Yellowstone effect is real, so absolutely. And then the last question I have for you is, you get it. You get your pick. Any company to sponsor you and your band. Who is your ideal sponsor?
Gibson.
Oh yeah,
That'd
Yeah.
be sick. Or
Thank
Modelo. Modelo would be cool.
man. I think I'd go with Gibson. I mean, I
For
like,
sure, yeah.
I like
Gibson
Modelo,
would
but
Yeah,
you
it
could
takes
spend
a lot.
more
Takes a
money.
lot of Modelo to make up a
It-
$6,000 guitar, right?
It does,
For
it
sure.
does,
For
it
sure.
does. Very cool. We'll just work on the rider on that. Make sure that you get that. So, all right. Well, are we ready for the
Yep.
big question?
Yep. Yeah, like we talked about earlier, make sure you go follow Lowland and on their socials, wherever you stream your music, hit that follow button because all the numbers help not only them but all independent artists. If you run across somebody, do the same thing for them as well. In their post, engage in the post, share the post, because nothing sucks worse than them taking time to put this stuff out there and then nobody actually comments, likes, shares. So let them know you saw it. All right. This is the most important question. It started as a joke on episode 1. That's all right. And here we are today. So, what is your favorite Little Debbie snack?
Little Debbie snack.
Uh-huh. I know that's tough, hard-hitting questions, but
It is.
that's why we save it for
We
last.
also
Oh.
did Little Debbie sponsorship, by the way.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I'm not much of a sweet person. I've never really liked sweets a whole lot.
Well, that's the end of this interview.
I'm more of a food type person. Like I love pizza. I love, Chinese food, but I'm not. I could eat some sweets,
That's
like a Little Debbie. Like name a few of them. I'll tell you which one.
Christmas tree cakes, Nutty Buddies,
Nutter
oatmeal cream
Butters.
pie,
Nutter Butters.
Nutty. Okay,
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
got it. All right.
All right, well done.
Yeah.
Dustin, thanks for hanging with us tonight. We appreciate it. We're going to ask you to hang tight with us for just a few more minutes. But, folks, we're taking the week off next week. I know that sounds wild, but your boy up there, Soul Gravy, and I have spent every Tuesday and Wednesday for the last year and a half together, which has been lovely. We're actually going to get to meet face-to-face next Wednesday. So come on out to
It's gonna
Fort
be like
Worth.
that slow run towards each other.
Maybe not. But yeah, come on out to Fort Worth. Things will kick off around 7:30 at the Rhinestone. As many artists as you can say hi to. We'll get a little song swap thing going on. Men Still, the well-known cover band, will be getting us kicked off, and it's going to be a ton of fun. We've got some really cool raffle things. We've got 4 guitars, I think, now that will be given away. One of them is a parts caster that's pretty cool, and we'll have tons of signed memorabilia. So come if you accidentally are in Fort Worth on a Wednesday, come hang out with us at the Rhinestone. And thanks for joining. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
See ya.
See y'all.
Thank y'all.